Alright, all you Facebook freaks. Alright, man, I'm back. So, my point is everybody is brainwashed and conditioned from generation to generation by way of television media, magazine media, movie media, and music. Okay, secular music. Okay, pop culture type music. Okay, so uh, so everybody has the same input, and one of the main value objects of value communicated through those culture creation uh, media uh, streams, I guess that's the way I talk about it, is materialism and money. Okay, everybody wants the big fat money. Okay, in the magazines, uh, you know, everybody wants to be the big shot, the CEO. White collar is better than blue collar. Blue collar is better than fast food and service industries. Okay, service industries are better than freaking living in the projects. Okay, so there's a class structure which is communicated and exploited through the media, especially news. Okay, cable news has become the biggest source of uh, divi- nation dividing in the world. Okay, so so what they do is they create uh, class structures. Now, so back to the video. My dad is 60 something years old. Okay, his mother is 80 something, and his dad's dead. Okay, there might be a few people alive today that remember with absolute clarity the Jim Crow South. Okay, in the 30s, in the 40s, okay, in the 50s, before MLK and Rosa Parks. Okay, very few people remember that, and there's nobody alive, okay, that was a slave or lived in the slave days, which was back in, which didn't end until the middle of the 19th century. Okay, so really, slavery has only been abolished middle 1800s to the middle 1900s, maybe 160 years, man. You know what I'm saying? And if everybody has kids every 20 years, you're looking at maybe 7 or 8 generations, of people, you know. And if people live 80 years, then you're talking 3 or 4 generations removed from people who were actually slaves that were alive on the earth. Okay, so it hasn't been a whole long time. Okay, so you have the Jim Crow South where the black people in the South weren't able to get any type of job whatsoever. They were excluded, okay, from entering into the American economic system, the free enterprise system. They couldn't. Nobody wanted to hire them, man. Not for any good jobs. They had to take little crap peon jobs. They were a freaking low man on the totem pole. They had to take whatever they could get because they freaking didn't want to starve to death, dude. And that's my freaking point. You know, they didn't value those people back in them days. They hated them. They could give a freaking crap less. And you know why? Because it made them feel superior. Okay? I'm going to post this. I'm going to look. Hold on. Okay? You know, I might not be as rich as Joe Blow in the mansion, but I'm a lot higher on the freaking socioeconomic hierarchy than the black people. Okay? The black people's at the bottom. And being at the bottom, they get the least amount of value and the least amount of respect. Okay? And so, because of that hostility towards that race and culture of people during the Jim Crow days, them people had to stay in an area where they weren't freaking lynched and they weren't harassed. Just like the Jews had to stay in a ghetto during the time of Hitler, man. You know what I'm saying? The Nazis were freaking racist, dude. They slaughtered the freaking Jews because they said they were subhuman. Same crap went on in the freaking Jim Crow South, dude. The freaking KKK ain't nothing but Nazis, man. Except they hated blacks instead of Jews. Okay? But the same mentality existed. That they were somehow not human or subhuman or whatever. Okay? Some crazy, demonic, false ideology. Okay. Okay, that's a long story, but it had to be said. So what I'm doing is creating a framework of black culture and why a lot of them do what they do. Stay tuned.